Hi friends. In today's video I thought we'd do just a little get ready with me. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of makeup to run to the grocery store. So off camera I started out with the Inky hyaluronic acid as well as the New Company, the pill. It's a 3 all-in-1 serum. Love these two mixed together. I take just a little bit of this, 2 pumps of this, rub it in, let it sit. It absorbs super fast, makes my skin very soft, very hydrated. Then, after that soaked in, I went in with the Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I've repurchased this 3 times, have 3 backups. Love it. Wear it a lot of times right on its own. In the wintertime, I prepped my brows, if you can call it that, off screen. I used the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This stuff, love it. Really, really do. It's clear. It's almost a sticky, but not too terribly bad. But lifted my brows up. I like this. Word is, it's a dupe for the ABH Brow Freeze. I don't have that. Can't compare. Can tell you I like this better than any of the soap brows that I've used. I've used Iconic London. I've used ColourPop and Makeup Revolution. I don't use those anymore. Just use this. I went ahead and prepped my eyes, and I used the best ever Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. This is a must-have. If you have dry, textured, mature lids, that stuff, obviously need to set it a little bit, but this stuff blanks it out. I do have very wrinkly lids. I don't try to hide that. I can't unless I use this stuff. Absolutely love it. Put that on. Sometimes you can put it on with your finger. It takes a literal dot. When I open it, I'll actually show you just what little bit is left in the lid. That's what I use. This stuff goes a long way. And I use this little brush to kind of apply it. I do put this all the way up to my brows. I don't carve them out, but I just kind of put it up there. They do make that in a couple different shades. But I use the AOA Studio High Def Brush E109. It's like an angled, almost microfibered brush. Really, really, really love this for putting on any of my eye primers. But anyway, that's what I used for that. This does not leave a super wet base. However, gets the job done. So that's what I did off camera. So today I'm going to use my L'Oreal True Match Nude in the shade 2-3 Light. 2-3 Light. This has also hyaluronic acid. You know, mature skin, this is good. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it on my, again, favorite sponge. See how clean she is. Used it in the first video I posted. I used it yesterday, so today's the 3rd day. You can see it's clean. Love this sponge. So great. So I get about that much, about a dropper full. And just kind of start dotting it. And just gonna blend. This foundation is so lightweight. It's like you feel nothing on your skin. Absolutely nothing. You can build it up. to make it super full coverage. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends. Today I may add a little bit more. I went on vacation with my mom. We went to the beach for about 2 days in the sun for once. Even with sunscreen, my freckles and a little bit of the hyperpigmentation popped out. So I will take a little bit more of this. I actually think I'm going to take this on a foundation brush and kind of get a little bit more on this. I'll be using the IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation. This was a limited edition several years ago. I use this all the time, as you can tell. It really, really, really holds. I recommend any IT Cosmetics brushes. This one was I think in partnership for breast cancer research, which super close to my heart. So I always try to support that, and got a great brush. Let's see if we can build this up a little bit. I used the same amount. See if we can get a little bit more coverage. If I get those hairs, I'll take it a little bit down that extra chin I got. As you can see, just kind of even things out a little bit. I still got a little bit of red peeking through, which I don't mind that at all. I did prep my lips off screen with, where'd you go? Here it is. The Philosophy Ultimate Miracle Worker Fix for my lips. It comes in a little tube like this, and you click it, apply it. Wonderful. Lipstick, liquid lips, anything. It just goes on so smooth. Doesn't smear. I love that stuff. Love a lot of the stuff from Philosophy. Their face cleaner is what I use the most. Usually use that on the second cleanse. Usually try to do a double cleanse. So we've got that. Now let's go in with a little concealer. Another fave of mine, Flower Beauty. This Light Illusion concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. This is so creamy. It blends out wonderful. I've repurchased this a couple times. Usually put too much of it on, but it will blend out. Okay. One thing that I don't do that it's pretty typical on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things, is I don't highlight the center of my face. We talked about my last video, how I have the one line up here, and I have found that when I highlight the center of my face, that just really accentuates. It puts it right in it. It's literally right in the center. So I just take my sponge, blend out that concealer, and then I'll just kind of go down my nose, a little bit under there, and a little bit down there if I need it. Now, obviously, this is way too white, so I'll go back in either with the butt of my sponge or with my foundation brush. I will use this time because it has a little bit more on it than the sponge. And just kind of go back over that a little bit, just to kind of melt it in a little bit. And see, I still have a little bit of that red glow there. Now, to set this, I probably, I may put a little bit of finishing powder around the rest of my face. But to set my under eyes, I'm going in with an OG classic, the Coty Airspun. And I got these little triangle little puff pads. I got them from Amazon, and I'll just kind of lightly tap that. As you all probably know, this does have a very strong scent. However, it's been described as a grandma scent, and I am a grandma, so I don't mind the scent. I do suffer from migraines, and it does dissipate fairly quickly. And then I will take this brush and just kind of sweep away that, and then I'll just kind of go over my eyelids just with whatever's left up there. Not much, it's still a little bit tacky. So that's that. Oh, I meant to use my Becca RIP under eye brightening corrector, this one. Really like this stuff. Really. Haven't really found anything that compares. Tried the Milani. It works in a pinch, but I really do like this. So, for my eyes, I'm going to go in with my Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. If you haven't seen her, this is what she looks like. Just going to do a few colors. I'm not doing anything major. I am just going to the grocery store after this. So, let's find a brush. I'm going to go in with my favorite big brush, which is the Morphe 504. I'm going to take the shade Morgan right here. Dip. Kick off, and I get about that much up there. I'm going to use this mirror. And I'm just going to go in, just kind of lightly take what was on that brush and get it on both eyes, and you can see it got it on both eyes. And I will go back in with another brush, smaller brush. This is a slanted Jaclyn Hill brush by Morphe, a JH15, and I'll take that same color, just a little bit less, tap off most of it. That's doesn't seem like most, and I will just kind of focus it a little bit on, again, not re-dipping, just using what was on that brush. These are very pigmented shadows. Take and kind of do the opposite of everybody else, and I pull out just to get a little bit of definition on that outer part of the almond eyes. Then once everything is basically off the brush, that's stained, it's nothing there anymore, nothing dusting off. And just kind of go in circles. And then, that was just one shade, but I tried to get it a little deeper, pack it a little deeper. Let me do this eye a little bit better. Just a tad. There we go. First brush, still the same color. Most of it is off. And I'll very lightly soften that little edge. Then, I'm not doing anything major today. So, let me find a brush. Does not. I'll use this one. This is a BH Cosmetics number 9 slanted brush. This is from one of their rose gold collections. I think it's still available. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here, Aster. Swatch it for you. It's not too terribly. Can you see that? It's a beautiful shade. I love that. I will spray my brush just because this is a pretty crumbly looking shadow, and I've already done my base. So I'm taking a little bit of Max Fix Plus. I just opened this one today. And we're gonna get these eyes. Usually start in the middle. Other side where I've packed it. And there we go. Let's get a little bit. Do the other eye. Notice I leave this part blank, and that is because it does not matter what I put there. Super glue, not really. Some of the strongest bases, glues, glitter glues, nothing seals that in. It always separates right in that fold. So sometimes I will put it there if I don't really care if it goes away. So I guess I'll take whatever's left on the brush and just kind of tuck it in there. Those are the eyes. I will put a little bit on the lower lash line. So I'll go back in with, actually, I think I'll go in with Jasper, this shade right here. Just a teeny tiny bit on a Morphe 574. It looks like this. It's just a packed brush, packed domed brush. And just going to do a little bit right there. Just to kind of pack it in there. Then I'll go back in with that brush that I used for the shimmer. And just kind of pull it in a little bit. So there's the eyes up close. Now, for bronzer, one of my favorites, the Marc Jacobs. This is in the 104 Tantastic. This is, it's the, I think it's called Omega Bronze. Yeah. If you're lucky, you can find this at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I'm not sure if you can still order it online. I have several of these. This I love it. Absolutely love it. And my favorite way to apply this bronzer is with this brush. This is a Complex Culture Press and Set Bronzer. It looks like this. And I'll try to show you this way. It is so incredibly soft. Oh, it applies your bronzer or your blush or contour, anything you want to use it for. It just applies it beautifully. So what I typically do is I get a little bit on both sides, tap it off. Not much really comes off. This is a pretty hard-pressed formula, super blendable. And I take it and I just tap it on that side. Then I'll go to the other side of the brush and I'll tap it a little bit there. And it just builds so beautifully. Just kind of go over it a couple of times. Whatever's left, I may take and just kind of sweep. I will be wearing my hair down, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. There we go. And in honor of Johnny Depp winning, I am Team Depp. I'm going to use this Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean cheek palette. This sadly is no longer available. I wish at the time I had purchased a backup, but she has been very loved. This Lost Soul in the winter when I'm super pale, this is a beautiful contour shade. I'll swatch it. I can't really see it, but it's right there. It shows up on the skin pretty good. So I am going to use the blush shade Caribbean. It's just a light wash of color. I am going to use this brush right here. This is a Elena Padro blush brush. I got this, again, I think it was an Ipsy bag, Ipsy BoxyCharm. Just going to go in a little bit of that. A lot comes off. Tap it off. Smile. And still a lot on the brush. So I'm going to go on this side with what's there. See if I need any more. Just kind of go over again, do a little bit on the nose, and a little bit, whatever's left on the brush, on the forehead and chin. I typically don't go back in. And these are stunning highlighters in here. I will swatch them for you. There's Star Reader, Destined, and Fortune. Ooh, this one's icy. And you have a darker one. This is called Bold Spirit, and it looks very dark in the pan, but it's beautiful. Be beautiful on the eyes. I don't know if you can really see that well, but I will not be using this as highlighter. I will be taking one of these beauties. Probably gonna go into this one. This is Milk and Cookies. This was a collaboration from Ofra and Steph Toms. You should check her out. She is hilarious. She is, I believe, based in the UK. I love her channel. She is a hoot. But she came out with a collaboration, and I think you can still get it on Ofra's website. I know during Ofra's scandal, she pulled it, but fortunately, I ended up buying it the day she launched it, and once I got it in, loved it. It smells like cookies. I purchased a backup for it, and I'm so glad that I did. But I think the last time I checked, it was back on the site. She just doesn't really promote it anymore. If you can get past the scandal, purchase it. It's so good. You can use it. It's 2 shades, actually. It's a light shade and a deeper shade. Let me swatch it. So I'll swatch them both, and then I'll swatch them swirled. So let's see. You have the lighter shade, the deeper shade, and those shades mixed. It's kind of hard. There we go. I usually use this. I usually use them mixed, and I'll put the light in my inner corner. Ofra has some of my favorite, hands down, highlighter formulas. Let's see. Did I grab a highlighter brush? We'll use a fan brush. I haven't used one of these in a while. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I just kind of go in and just do this number. Get it on both sides of the fan brush. And I just take it and just go a little bit like that. And take the other side. Go a little bit like that. This, and you saw what I picked up, and I didn't re-dip, and this is a Morphe. This came in the first set I'd ever purchased. It came in, it was unnumbered. I don't really ever highlight my brow bone, but I will kind of go in there and do it this time. And for highlighting my inner corner, I'm going in with that same brush that I used the other day. I'm going to clean it off. I just use one of these. You can pick these suckers up at anywhere. TJ Maxx. I think I've actually seen them at the Dollar Tree. But actually, I'm going to go into one of these lighter shades. I can't remember if this... Actually, cannot remember what this is. If it's... I think it's one of Nikki Tutorials. I know this is Rodeo. This is Rodeo. We have Pillow Talk, Blissful, I forgot all the names of them. And I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put that right there and right there. I'm not going to go under my eyes. As you can see, I have creepy under eyes. No amount of setting is going to change that. So I typically just kind of put it on the sides of my nose. I have some pretty deep set in there. So just really brightens up the eyes, especially when I don't wear eyeliner, which 8 times out of 10 I don't. I grabbed one to put on, but I'm not going to. So now I'm going to take a little bit of my Fix Plus and, oh, actually, I will powder my face a little bit. It's dry, but the foundation is dry. But just for a little bit more glow, I'm going to take this, put it on this stippling brush. This is Bobbi Brown. It is the sheer, I think it's called, yeah, the Sheer Finish Loose Powder, and this is in the shade Soft Porcelain. I'll just kind of take this and just sweep it a little bit over my forehead. Just kind of really like a large fiber Duet fiber brush for this, because I don't feel like it just packs it in so much and makes everything cakey on me. Because it kind of spreads out. It softly puts it up there, almost like a veil. So now I'm going to take a little bit of this Fix Plus, spray a little bit. I love the smell of Fix Plus. Then I will take my sponge, or I will take a puff and just use the side that I have not got powder on it. This side I just flipped the little handle, and I'll just kind of go in and lightly press that powder in, or that well, the powder and the Fix Plus in. And then I'll go in with my all-nighter setting spray. To set all this in. And for my lips. Favorite combo. Favorite lip liner, period. Hands down. Another Gerard Cosmetics. This is in the shade Share. This goes with everything. It's a... on me, it pulls off kind of brownish, mauve-y, not pink. I'll just show you. So creamy. It's just a beautiful color on its own. But I will follow it up with this L'Oreal Paris Rose Harmony shade 120. It is their, I forgot what it was called, but it's like a gloss, but it has pigment in it. It doesn't feel goopy like a gloss. Nice doe foot. L'Oreal has the greatest doe foots. It's just shiny, and it's almost like a lip stain. And for mascara, did I grab it, mascara? I did. I've already curled my lashes. I curl them with the Dollar Tree eye curler. I have had several different high-end brands, drugstore brands. This $1 works better than all of them. I'm using the Maybelline Sky High in waterproof in black. Typically try not to use a lot of mascara, and I typically just put it right in here. That's it. This is the finished look. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, and leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. What can I improve? What would you guys like to see? All 6 of you. Have a great day.